Continuing my playthrough of the Army Men games, we are going from boots on the ground to help from above. This is Army Men Air Combat, Nintendo 64. Don't go away. So this is the third and final Army Men game on Nintendo 64 following Army Men Sarge's Heroes 1 and Sarge's Heroes 2. And let's start where this game is lacking, especially compared to other Army Men titles on this console.
The most intense four-player chopper game, Army Men Air Combat for Nintendo 64 game console, rated T for T. Army Men Air Combat, good to go.
The story and cutscenes. The cutscenes are lacking because they don't exist. Sure, it was pretty bare bone in the past with just text box to speech cutscenes here, but at least they had them. You just go from mission to mission with no cutscene in between. The only thing you do get is a pretty artsy looking screenshot. Hell, even when you beat the game, the credits don't roll. In order to get the credits, go back to the menu and click credits. So there's technically zero story here other than green versus tan and plastro is bad. But into the actual gameplay, as you can probably tell, you're playing as a green helicopter for the entirety of this game. Your helicopter is mounted with machine guns, that is unlimited ammo, and some missiles. What I did find is that Army Men Air Combat has a very nice, surprisingly very nice, I would even say, progression system. The more missions you play through, the more helicopters you unlock. There's about 4 in the end. And every helicopter you do unlock genuinely feels better. More power, more armor, more speed. And with every helicopter you unlock comes a new exclusive weapon. In the end, you start just getting some absolutely strong weapons with being able to shoot 4 lock-on missiles at once, even to the point where you unlock just straight laser beams. Levels are good, the design is nice, there's variety in it, like there is variety in mission objectives. Whether you're escorting a jeep, or you're escorting a train, or escorting a teddy bear down a river, destroying 10 tents to find the UFO saucer hidden underneath, picking up batteries or power units to power up solar arrays or stuff like that, rescuing green soldiers or scientists, defending the green base from ants. There's 16 missions here, and they feel pretty good for what you're doing. An impressive game mechanic is the helicopter winch, like hook pickup thing. This works surprisingly very well for Nintendo 64. Drop your hook down to pick up power-ups or people or even inanimate objects. You will really be using this a lot because this is how you replenish ammo and health. Presentation. I've always been a huge fan of the small soldiers in a big world, except the big world to us, normal humans, is just household objects. There's a great variety in enemy design, and as far as I know, actually the widest enemy design in an Army Men game. You've got all the regulars that you would assume. Helicopters, guard towers, soldiers, bazooka men, stuff like that, but then you get like crazy big boats, jet skis, snowmobiles. It was kind of really nice to see, like if you're in the winter area, you get the snowmobile enemies. I can't tell if I like or dislike this, but whenever you get like an audio cue or a voice line activating, it basically mutes all other audio sources. I don't know if this is really good or bad. You can make your mind on this.
Here they come, those ants are breathing fire.
Soundtracks, by the way, pretty good. At first, I was like, wow, these are just a direct ripoff of Star Heroes 1 and 2, but to the keen ear, there are a bit of alterations to them. Overall impact, you know what? I had fun with this game at the end of the day. Played it in one night. This game is under 2 hours. Like, if you're really like just doing straight objectives, you'll beat it in an hour and a half. And part of that is because it's so smooth to run through levels because the controls are really good, which is really surprising considering it's a flying game on Nintendo 64. I will be honest, I had to hold my controller in a way I've never done before on Nintendo 64. It's already a bit of a weird controller, but I basically invented a new grip style. There's a co-pilot option here, which I'll be honest, I like totally thought it had a impact on gameplay. You get to select between like 3 or 4 different co-pilots that, well, this guy loves machine gun and this chick loves the napalm, and I selected the napalm chick. I was like, huh, I wonder if this has gameplay mechanic, like changes stuff. And I spawned in and I had missiles, lock-on missiles, and napalm. I was like, wow, it does. So I tried a different guy and I still had napalm and nothing else was changed. So no matter which co-pilot you choose, I swear nothing changes. There's also blue soldiers mixed in with the green and tan. Kill these guys to get a bonus power-up, but overall, there's just not much more to talk about. There isn't that much variance in actual gameplay, which affects the replayability, so I think it doesn't stack up as strong as other Armament titles here, but that doesn't mean it's a bad game. But to narrow down the exact score, we're looking at a 7.2 out of 10. So that's it. Armament Air Combat 1, done. This game actually has a sequel on GameCube. We'll get to that eventually, but my next game I'm playing is probably Armament Sarge's War. Last time I played that was like, I was like 6 or 7 years old. I don't know when I'll get to that, but I think next game I'm actually playing is Devil May Cry 4. I gotta continue the Devil May Cry series, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm your host, Cyberplay Entertainment. Hope you enjoy this review. Peace out.
Mission accomplished. Return to base.
What is up? I know what you're thinking. You're only here for the bonus Easter egg soundtrack I put in at the end of every video. But did you also know I have a donation page under Buy Me a Coffee? Donate whatever you want to my channel and I'll put half of that back to an environmental charity. So that's that. Enjoy the music. Peace out.